Anyone remember that time the aliens nearly wiped out two of Image Comics' major superhero teams and came within a hair's breadth of reaching the Earth? In the one-shot story Wildcats Aliens from Warren Ellis and Chris Sprouse, when the Skywatch space station goes radio silent, the Wildcats reunite to investigate a potential Daemonite attack. Once they board the space station, they quickly learn something very bad happened to the Stormwatch research team, and it had nothing to do with the Daemonites. We learned the space station had intercepted an asteroid that was actually an interstellar transport harboring xenomorphs. The installation is quickly then overrun by them. The Wildcats, who are admittedly rusty after some time away when they disbanded, made the near fatal mistake of teleporting directly into the hive, where they're quickly overrun by Xenos. The team makes a hasty retreat, but not before Void is impaled in the stomach and Maul's arms are doused in acid. The team quickly learns they're in even more danger when they encounter a deceased Fahrenheit who had been implanted with a facehugger, and the xenomorph she birthed was now attacking them with the fire-wielding abilities it had inherited from her. With the Wildcats teleporter injured, and with one way out, the group splits into two teams. Grifter and Zealot will go to the heart of the station to stop the aliens from crashing the satellite into the Earth, and Spartan and the others will find any civilians and prep to evacuate. They quickly find the surviving members of Stormwatch, and together they make their escape, with Void barely able to make the jumps to Earth. We see that Grifter and Zealot also find their target and are confronted by a xenomorph queen and are immediately swarmed by a horde of aliens. Knowing this will be their last stand, Zealot asks Grifter if he still has his trusty grenades, and Grifter says of course, by hurling them at the queen, while quipping, "I didn't want another birthday anyways." As the grenades explode, the Weatherman teleports in the nick of time to evacuate Grifter and Zealot. The story ends with the Stormwatch member Winter manually piloting the station into the sun to ensure the xenomorphs never reach the Earth. This whole terrifying near-death experience wrapped up in a single issue and could have made for a great miniseries, especially with the exploration of xenomorphs inheriting superhuman abilities. This comic was also notable for actually being set in the main Image universe of Wildcats and Stormwatch. Writer Warren Ellis is quoted as not really being interested in writing this story, but when he was told he'd have free reign to kill whoever he wanted on Stormwatch, he was fully on board with the story. While none of the Wildcats perished, Stormwatch lost 4 members: Hellstrike, Fahrenheit, Fuji, and Winter. If you're a fan of either of these fandoms, this is a really cool but short entry in the lore. And I have a question for any Wildcats experts. How is it that Zealot's swords were damaged by the xenomorph acid, but Warblade's body was not? Anyone remember that time the aliens nearly